So hello and welcome to a slightly belated Budget Model Railways video. I've been a bit unwell again. I'm getting a bit fed up with that. I've had severe vertigo. I rang my GP this morning to be found. I'm the third person this morning, so it looks like there's a viral ear infection going around, which means I haven't been able to do anything. However, while I was lying in bed bored and not being able to sleep, I did a lot of thinking, and I came up with two more changes for the loft layout. So this is the first one. So if we go gently back round, this was going to be the engine shed. So the engine shed is now here, because we're going to take a branch line off our branch line. It's going to go round here at mid-height, and it's going to go to the wharf, because some of the reading I've done said is nearly all of these independent branch lines were really about business, and just being able to take the goods to the main station isn't going to cut it. So it means I can put a wharf in here. Now I spent hours, all sorts of things with points and whatever, until I realised early one morning, just keep it simple. So the track will come in and I'll build what will look like a relatively normal goods shed here with the overhanging things like we've got over there, can't remember what they're called, and we'll just continue the water slightly. So the idea, this will be a little goods shed. I'm going to put another little engine shed here because I'm going to have two locos on the line, this for the freight and the other one for the passenger. And the idea is it'll come down, little loco shed, because it'll stay here to load and unload, and the wagons will be stored here, which means I won't have a storage problem at the top, but I'm back to having unique stock for the line. What I'm also going to do, I'll find where it is, but in a book I've got some lovely photos of somewhere in Scotland. They had narrow stations in cuttings. So I'm actually going to put a little halt in here. Yes, I know the train can go down to the station, but I just love the idea of having a little halt with a raised timber building with a footbridge going down and in. So we've got another goods shed, and we'll have another halt and another branch line. The wiring will be quite simple. So that was the branch line. Now, the other thing I've been thinking, I'm really disappointed that I've got nowhere to run my collection of what will become freelance locos. I've got all these really nice American locos I got cheap, and some Mahano ones. I've got coaches, I've got boxes of HO rolling stock. I love the Continental look, as those of you that know my keenness for Continental modeler. And I went back while I was ill and watched some of our old videos, and lo and behold, in one of our videos I said, I'm going to use this area for a Continental layout. And I thought, you know, I'm going to do away with the fiddle yard. I must have a Continental layout. So I've been up today, I've taken the loop out, I've taken all the sidings out. I have to say, this is the advantage of using track screws and ballast mat. I lifted 4 yards here, 3 yards here, point out of there. Took me no time at all because it's not ballasted and I've just used screws. The other nice thing about set track is there was a double point through here. I took it out and there's a piece of set track fits just like that. I have had to cut a little bit of track there, but by and large it's all set track. So we've got a right hand point there, we've got a curve point there. And this is when the whole Continental concept works. I don't need the platform in front of the station. What they tended to do is, this is the platform. Because they're lower, you walk off the station and to the middle platform. And it means you can run passenger trains either side. It also means you can run a goods train for the goods shed and still run passenger trains, unlike the UK system, because that actually is the long line. And I've got some lovely freelance HO Lima coaches in red that will look wonderful coming through there. Why am I so keen about this? Because I've also got my two raised lines. Now this means I can run my large freight trains around and around. So I'll actually have a 3-line Continental Railway. We're going to 3D print some catenary masts because I've got a wonderful Lima electric loco and coaches. And I've realised that I can do what we did over the other side. If I push this down, I can take the raised area right the way back, nearly 6 or 7 inches. So the idea is this will be rocks or hills all the way through here, scenery. This will be a town. I've got some lovely town buildings. I've had that nearly as long as I've had model railways. Town, road in, good siding, possibly a fuel dock because I've got a, don't worry, I'll bring it over. I can paint that up, or I might put, I might put a factory in there, or I'm probably just going to go for the Continental idea of a road and a yard, and you unload direct onto a low-level loading dock. This cost me 50p from Eastbourne Models and Hobbies. It'll want repainting, but it's a fabulous generic Continental goods shed. That cost me a couple of quid on eBay. What really got me going on this was an article in this month's Continental Modeler where somebody's done just this. He's made a huge layout that's just called Somewhere. It doesn't look English, it looks mildly Continental. It means he can run whatever he likes in it, and that's what really got me going. And I can even use, we've had this, haven't we, since one of the first buildings we ever bought for our Hohendorf, our 009 layout, and it means I can use that, which is one of my favourite buildings. I've ordered some of the beige sandy coloured ballast mat that you've seen on my other Continental layout, and the nice thing is I've just tacked this down to make sure it works. It won't take me an hour to lift it all, put the ballast mat down and re-screw it. And I'm going to finally get a Continental layout in my loft. And then what I'll do is I'll use this as the fiddle yard for my UK layout, because I can still hold 2 trains in here, I can still hold things in here, and I'll use the bays on the 00 layout to feed my HO layout, which is similar to what a guy also did in Continental Modeler, where he had a U-shaped layout. UK one side, Continental the other, and one axe as the fiddle yard for the other. Just one of these things, it's all suddenly come together. So I'll be able to run, I've got too many of these, I've got 2 of these, 2 big Mahano ones. And what we'll do another time is we'll do a big running session. So I've got my Continental, and I've also now got a new branch line on my 00. So I've got a lot of building to do. And I think then I'm done, but who knows? So sorry there haven't been any videos for a while. Hope you at least are all well. And I'm really excited about my Continental layout after all these years. So expect to see some videos on that. Thank you very much for watching. Speak to you again soon. Hi, thanks for watching the video and for the nice comments. Click on the left for a previous video in this series, click on the right for another video you might enjoy, and please don't forget to click to subscribe, like, comment, etc. Thanks again.